Blessings, peace and blessings, glory, glory to the eternal living God. All of creation, the foundations of this earth that was laid, all the beasts of the fields, all of the birds of the air, all of the creatures of the sea is in control by God. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it feels like. It doesn't matter what is not and what it is and what is inadequate and what you see. None of that matters. A man can sit here and plan in his heart anything that he wants. People have the right of a certainty of called free will to do as they want. But at the same graphic, in the same shape, of the same form, God is using man's free will for his plan. Never forget. Now it's your brother Israel here, and am I saying that I'm disturbed? Am I saying that I'm looking at future looks in the future? I just want to say this to the young people. And I know I preached heavily. I ministered on it last week, and I pleaded with my people, and I said, we all need to be on the same gang. We all. So, I said that, and a lot of my people, they're not going to feel me on that. They're not going to feel the graft of the gist of being on the same clothes, of bringing back the old codes that we all lived on, the morals, the ethics, the principles, all of the decorum of how we treated one another. Now, here in this country, I see a certain group of people. We don't have to say any names. I see a certain group of people that's pushing for an ethnic cleansing in this country through another civil war. One thing about the past that is said, if you don't know your past, you'll never know your future. If you don't know your past, you'll be doomed to repeat the same cycle all over. Here in America, we know the past. So why is it that we're doomed to repeat the same cycle all over again? For is it the conglomerates with the greed of the money? What is it? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Is it not enough land? Is it not enough resources? Is it enough? Is it not enough? Everything is in plenty of over here from what I see. Last time we have all these stores open. If you got money, you can go buy anything that you want. So they can't sit here and say it's because of land or because of resources or because of jobs. It's just that eternal evil that's in a person's heart. I can't sit here and glorify the Satan. I can't glorify him and say, oh, well, Satan did this and Satan did that. No, them people already had that stuff inside of their heart. That's the only way the devil can use it. All he doing is watering the seed that's already there. If you went to a ground, right, and you poured water on it and it didn't have no seeds in the ground, what would grow from it? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, the hatred, the evil, the bias, it's always been there from the foundation of America. So your brother Israel, I'm telling all my people straight up, black gangs, we don't need them. And that'll make some of my brothers and sisters want to put their hands up over your brother Israel. But to me, it really doesn't matter because the future is already knocking at the door. You know what I'm saying? The future of this country is already knocking at the door from how these people are trying to start things and keep things going. Eventually, over a period of time, all black people will be on one code. They'll be in one car. They'll be in one group. They'll be in one organization. All of us. They're pushing us to this point. They actually sitting here pushing us to this point to where it's going to be better for us. Like right now, we're all separated in states and cities and gangs and colors and blocks and hoods. And, we all separated. We come together. Yes, this is true. We do come together. But the more this country showed the ugly face of its past towards my people, we're going to put down those rags and we're going to join up our people. We're going to join up our clan of people. We're going to have to for survival. So the Crips and the Bloods, the Rolling 60s, the GDs, none of that won't be anymore because we'll all be in the same gang. We'll all be in the same group. I don't care what you call yourself. You're Muslim, you're Hebrew, you're a Christian. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? The way America is forming and shaping and pushing our people, it won't stop. You know what I'm saying? It just won't stop. We're gonna have to force America to stop by our preservation. It's like you can only poke a bear so many times. You know what I'm saying? The bear, he was cool. The bear, he wasn't messing with none of the campers. They had a whole spread out on the table of all the delicious food, delicacies. And the bear, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? He had his honeycomb. Earlier in the morning time, the bear had did some fishing. The day before that, the bear had caught a gazelle. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was cool. But the people just came over and they just kept on sticking the bear and sticking the bear. What happens when you sit up there and you stick the bear and he gets mad? You know what I'm saying? And he turns around. He gonna maul all the campers and take all their stuff. That's where black people at in America right now. We just want to be left alone, really. Want to go to work, pay our bills, handle our situations, our families. We already see our people that are unruly, that want to go to prison and jail and live in that situation. That's not all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's not all of us. Even if you bring the statistics in here today, you know what I'm saying? And you say, how many black people are locked up? And I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? It's only like 500,000 of them out of 40 million. That's a good thing for just to show that we only got 500,000 black people locked up is showing that we are a good race of people. We are for the regular, you know what I'm saying? For the regular, every race of people have a criminal element. Every race of people, you know what I'm saying? Every race of people have a criminal element. And the more of that race of people, it's going to be more criminals of that race. We don't have to bring so much numbers out here today. This is common sense. You know what I'm saying? So as I look in this country and I look at the future of my people being persecuted, being exploited, being excluded, being downtrodden, being slain, being murdered, being genocide, being genetically modified, being scientific tested over, being depressed, all these things that's been happening to us for all of these centuries that we've been here. Is going to force our people. We're not going to have no choice in the matter. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have a choice in the matter. I'm pleading with the young people here today, too, because we need many of people as we can. So as I shoot this video, I already said my piece. I might add to my own commentary, but I would just like for the young people, the people that's running around throwing away their lives around and not taking their lives serious. We need soldiers, you know what I'm saying? We need people, you know what I'm saying? We don't need turncoats that'll turn their back on their own people and cause problems on their own people. I have every right to say this because these are my people, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't tell you, one of my other brothers is going to tell you, but it's always going to be the same until we change. At this point, it doesn't matter. Because all of those people that want to hurt other black people, they're not going to be there. I'm sorry to tell you. No, I'm not sorry to tell you. Gangs, eventually over a period of time, we all going to be on one car, one gang with strong leaders. You seen, excuse me. I was talking to one of my brothers that's 10 years my senior. And I told him, you know what I'm saying? I told him just like he was telling me, we was talking about Fred Hampton, we was talking about Huey P. Newton, we was talking about the one brother that's in Chicago that started the GDs. We was talking about all of that stuff, and we both came into I can't even say remembrance, but agreeance that our political black folk that stood up for us was attacked. Our street brothers in the hood that still had a good heart that was trying to shape our communities was attacked. Okay, look, you had Bumpy Face Wilson. He was messing with Mark. He was friends with Malcolm X. So you had the spiritual, you had the political of our people. Then you had the gangsters, you know what I'm saying, that still loved our people and still wanted, I wouldn't say control, I wouldn't even say control of territories, but the preservation and the standing up for our people. All those people were wiped out or put in prison. You know what I'm saying? So we were attacked on both fronts. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers that went to church was attacked. Our brothers that was in politicals, our leaders was attacked. Our brothers in the hood was attacked. They never wanted us to have a strong male presence of dominance over our people to control our people. That was taken from us. Okay. But at the same time, they still pushing us in the same box. They pushing us in the same damn cave to where these people are going to rise up no matter what. Again, all over again. Why? For the preservation of our people. So let's look into America, and shouts out to all the content creators out there in the world. Excuse me. As much as I love my God, I love my people. But as I look at the world and the shape that the world in, how the future is passing and how things are still happening, I only see one future.
Downfall won't be caused by foreign enemies, economic collapse, or lack of innovation. It will be destroyed by the very things it was built on: racism, greed, power, and the exploitation of the marginalized. So let's start with racism. America's had a centuries-long addiction to white supremacy, from slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration to modern-day suppression. The system wasn't just built on racism, it still depends on it. And you can't build trust and unity and long-term prosperity when the foundation is hatred and division. Now let's talk about the power, because America doesn't just chase power, it hoards it. At the very top, power is concentrated in the hands of a few, bought and sold through billion-dollar lobbying firms and dark money, and the people at the bottom, well, they're distracted and divided and disposable. But power with no accountability always turns inward. It eventually devours its own. Then there's greed. America's true religion. Every institution, healthcare, housing, education, even justice is for sale. The rich don't pay taxes, corporations exploit workers, billionaires fly to space while families can't afford insulin. And no emperor has ever survived when it values profit more than people. And finally, exploitation. This country built its wealth off the backs of stolen people on stolen land. And to this day, it thrives off keeping black, brown, indigenous, immigrant, and poor communities in struggle. It's modern-day plantation capitalism, wrapped in flags and hashtags. But here's the warning. You can only ignore the cries of the oppressed for so long before the system breaks. While America continues to argue about whether racism is real, the rest of the world is moving forward, investing in education, universal health care, green energy, and collective progress. They're building bridges, America's burning them. And yes, if this country doesn't confront its demons, it will collapse from the inside out. Not because of the lack of greatness, but because of its refusal to share that greatness with everyone. The future won't be stolen by guns or war. It will be lost in boardrooms, courtrooms, in classrooms where equity is denied and truth is buried. And when America falls, it won't be a tragedy. It'll be a consequence. America's down.
So young people, I hope that you are listening. But okay, our brother right here, shouts out to the constant creator. What's up, Jesse? Bois. Remember, some of us, we start everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wonder where a lot of why people say the things that they say, because the originators in y'all group, I start a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to take credit. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I take credit, but it's a part of who I am. And if it's something good that somebody see from somebody else, our people, they copy it, they imitate it. And then collectively, we all do it. You know what I'm saying? We all do it. You know what I'm saying? I got this from my other black. That's why I always say that, boy. Y'all heard me on the internet, been saying this for like 20 years now. But let's go back to the young people. I hope that you are listening. Let's see what the next video got to say to see if y'all could be out there doing what y'all doing. It's only a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to be a matter of time if you think you could still play in the streets. Let's see.
People. Right? It has been a group organized with the sole purpose of hurting people. You tell me.
Oh, I messed up, brother. I messed up. Let's go back. Oh, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? That was on me right there. I messed up.
Organized with the sole purpose of I saw this video, man. It says there has never been an organized
Damn it.
black group with the sole purpose of harming white people. I'm gonna repeat it to you. There has never been an organized black group with the sole purpose of harming people. Right? It has been a group organized with the sole purpose of hurting people. You tell me. You tell me.
Now just think about what our brother just said. You know what I'm saying? Think about what he said. He said there has never been a black army or group or alliance, and we done had so many out through all the years, but all of it. Let's look at the Black Panthers. That was for self-protection, self-preservation. That group wasn't started, and I got it tattooed on my arm. I'm from California. We love the Black Panthers out there. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you the truth. What group do you know that black people have formed and have started for the sole purpose of the destruction of another group of people? I'll wait. Let's get to the end. None. You know what I'm saying? None. They have always been for self-preservation. Our hoods, our homes, our streets, our people, our elderly, our children, for protection of our people. When the Crips and Bloods was first started, it was for protection of our people. When the GDs was first formed, it was for protection of our people. So look at the Black Panthers. They're a national group. You know what I'm saying? There was a national group across all of the states here in America. And they wasn't out robbing white folks and kidnapping white folks and unaliving white folks and hanging white folks on trees and getting white folks and setting them on fire. We never did anything like that at all. Not even a little bit. But all of those things were done to us. This is why I reintegrate here for my people that have a darkened, blackened heart. You're not going to survive. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? For what these people want to start with us and where the America is going, you yourself are not going to be around if you don't get in the car. If you don't have keys to walk inside of the house, if you can't stand in line with your elder brothers, your older brothers, your uncles, your grandfathers, your fathers, if you can't stand in a line with them, you're going to be looked out as an outsider and an enemy for the future that is headed in this country. Remember, we didn't start any of these things. We're just trying to survive. We're trying to make it. We want peace. We've always wanted peace. You know what I'm saying? Black people in this country just want to be left the hell alone. We want to be able to grow. We want to be able to learn. We want to be able to live good and live at peace. This is what we want. This is what we're fighting for. And we're not just fighting now. We're fighting for the future of our grandbabies, because if we don't do nothing now, it's going to be bad for them and their children. We're not having that.
What would happen if tensions between black and white people in the United States erupted into a full-blown conflict? In the initial moments of confrontation, communities would quickly fracture along racial lines, with both sides mobilizing in defense of their perceived rights and territories. After one day, violent clashes would break out in major cities, with protests turning into riots as old wounds and historical grievances fueled the fire. 3 days later, the conflict would spread nationwide, with law enforcement and the National Guard struggling to contain.
My bad.
Neighborhoods would become battlegrounds, as both black and white militias form in response to the escalating violence. 7 days into the conflict, the situation would worsen, with widespread destruction and casualties on both sides, leaving entire communities in ruins. 1 month later, the country would be in a state of emergency, with the federal government declaring martial law in a desperate attempt to restore order. Civil rights organizations and political leaders would call for peace, but the deep-seated mistrust and anger would make reconciliation difficult. 2 months in, international intervention.
Now, in this future apocalyptic racial tension war here in America, do you think that you'll be able to be a Crip or a Blood? Do you think that? You know what I'm saying? When it's all survival, you know what I'm saying? All of your people are sitting up over here joining militias and groups just for survival. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they're going to have time to be, oh, brother, you stepped on my shoes. Oh, you messed with my girl. Oh, you looked at me funny. Do you think we'll have time for the petty, for the future that these people are already projecting? They've been projecting this stuff. I come from way back, and all of they television programming that they put forth out, they don't even want black people existing in America. I kid you not. If you think I'm playing, go look at the old movie Logan's Run and see if you see a black person in that history and a future that they trying to project. It's always been like that. That's why, your brother, I'm sitting here telling you, you know what I'm saying? We don't have time for the petty anymore. We don't have time for the bickering. We don't have time for the hatred towards one another when your brother, your sister, your grandfather, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your mom, and your dad is all that you have. You don't have anything else. And the saddest thing out of all of this is that it's going to be traitors on both sides. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. Some black people is not going to want to rock with us like that. But that's all right, because some of those other people on those other groups over there, they're not going to want to get down with those other people like that. I don't know why they think it's going to be a hands down battle to where, like, everybody, just because y'all want to go to war with black people in this country, that all the white people are okay with that. This is what they think inside of their head. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to war with black people. Everybody's going to join our group. No, it doesn't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure half of everybody of every other race is going to have a choice to make. They want, from what the future that they call, and they want bloody war up in this country like that. And I just don't see all of their people joining on their side. And if they remember, history always repeats itself. What happened in the Civil War? What happened, family? Don't you remember all the lies they taught you in school? You know what I'm saying? That was white people killing white people over us. You know what I'm saying? The one white people, they wanted to keep us enslaved. And you'd be like, oh, well, you know, they didn't want no succession. They didn't want the South to succeed out of the Union, this and this and that. But the whole war was started over us, though. You know what I'm saying? It was because of us. So if there is a future apocalyptic war in this country, why do people think that it's only just going to be one side of white people? Oh, we the white people that hate black people and we don't want them to exist anymore. It doesn't run that way. It's going to be ops on both sides, on all sides, on every side. Okay, continue. My bad.
Might be necessary as the United Nations or other global bodies step in to mediate the crisis. Finally, after 3 months of brutal conflict, the nation would be on the brink of collapse, with the social fabric torn apart and the economy in shambles. The cost of such a war would be immeasurable, leaving scars that could take generations to heal, and forever altering the course of American history. What would happen if tensions between black and white people in the United States erupted into a full-blown conflict? In the initial moments of confrontation, communities would quickly fracture along racial lines, with both sides mobilizing in defense of their perceived rights and territories. After one day, violent clashes would break out in major cities, with protests turning into riots as old wounds and historical grievances fuel the fire.
But for me, the obsession with brown-skinned people from Caucasians,
Let's go back. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
So lately I've been seeing a lot of these videos saying like, oh, when a 6'5" dreadhead named Tyrone just slumped my buddy, whatever, then my 40 jammed. Pretty much saying that no matter what, he's not going to be scared of the black person. He's just not going to back down. Understand, black people don't want you to be scared of us, and I hear this a lot. You have an internalized fear of us. I work in the...
Told you, and what did the younger brother? He said an internalized fear. You can't grow something that don't have no seed. The seed is already there. You know what I'm saying? It's already been there. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. And check it. We never put that seed in there. We never watered it. We never tried to grow that hate to sprout up to attack us in the street. We never did nothing like that. All right, brother, go ahead. My bad.
Club I'm bouncing. Don't get me wrong, physically I'm not a small dude. I'm like 240 pounds, extremely muscular. And constantly I hear people say, you think I'm supposed to be because you're black. No, you should be scared because I'm about to kick you down the flight of stairs. But for me, the obsession with brown-skinned people from Caucasians is weird. Because dark-skinned people don't fantasize about Caucasians or hurting them. We don't.
I'm going to tell you, I know the true God of the whole universe of all creation. I don't fantasize on hurting anybody. Nobody. I don't even lay up in my house and I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, oh, I wish somebody tried to break down my door so I could show them something. So I could show them what I'm made of. We don't fantasize about stuff like that. Black people want to be left the hell alone. We want to be able to live our lives and flourish. We want to have things in abundance. We want to have peace. We want vacations. You know what I'm saying? We want brand new shoes. You know what I'm saying? We want brand new homes and brand new cars and good health care. And to be able to see our grandchildren be placed in a world to where they can survive but flourish at the same time. That's what we want to see. That's what we're willing to fight for. You know what I'm saying? For the children to come behind us. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? We want our people left the hell alone. We want to be able to not be scrutinized and denigrated in the newspapers and the media. We just want to be seen as regular people. But it was only expected. Our people came from slavery to property to now they say we have a dualistic society to where we're free. Okay, y'all can think whatever y'all want to think.
Collective, we don't. It's never been a thing. That's why in 400 plus years, black folks did not get together and say, hey, let's make a hate group dedicated to hurting Caucasians.
Never.
But Caucasians have done this multiple times.
Not a one time, you know what I'm saying? Not a one time have we as a group of people have came together. You know what I'm saying? And you got to imagine the white people, they fear black retribution. They fear that. You know what I'm saying? They fear that because they know at one point of time, you know what I'm saying? That's what they think that's going to happen for all the bloodshed of all the things that they've been doing. Black retribution for all the pain and suffering and death and murder and the struggle that we are under. You know what I'm saying? They fear that. But it's just like most things. The thing that you fear the most will never happen. You got to ask God about all the unknown things that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? A man and a woman that sit up there and they think about all these things that's going to happen, that's not going to happen. What you need to be scared about is the unknown, the thing that you do not know that's going to happen, that will happen.
And for me, it's not just simple hate, it's obsession. I really believe it's obsession. Even during times of slavery, our unique attributes always.
And why wouldn't it be obsession? Why wouldn't it? Your people were slaves. I hate when they say so long ago. Your grandparents were slaves. Your grandparents were property. So why wouldn't it be an obsession? We came from being property.
It's been in question, including our physical makeup, our color, our strength, our physical abilities, and also how can they obtain and or do the exact same thing that we're doing. This is what a narrative that you're only here to entertain us has been spun so hard, while also copying everything that we do. Hating us while being obsessed with us is wild. Pick a struggle.
Man, pick a struggle. Brother, I would like to thank you to come out here today to explain all of these things. I appreciate you, brother, for I know our youth, you know what I'm saying? They're going to look at this video and they're going to look at what you said and it's going to hit too hard. Some of the things that you have said, how you going to be obsessed with a person? Let's go back to what he said before he clicked out. Because it was very
lately
powerful.
I've been seeing a lot of these videos saying like, oh, when a 6'5" dreadhead named Tyrone just slumped my buddy, whatever.
Oh, I can't speed it, Bob. My bad.
Chattanooga and Knoxville, Tennessee. they found a very large compound where these people have been training. It's the largest compound so far, but they have been training to prepare for war with the black race. When I mean they've been training, the videos show them protected from head to toe, bulletproof. They have videos of them training with shields and fighting. So while black folks is dancing, buying Jordans and Gucci and Prada, and killing each other in the hood, and the girls trying to tear each other's heads off, that's what they've been doing. TikTok, real quick, between Chattanooga.
Okay, that's a unpopular truth that a lot of black people, they don't want to tackle that. They don't want to put that to the forefront of the people. They want to run and hide and be like, oh, that's not the truth. Oh, they not doing that. Oh, that's not something. All I could tell my people is to prepare. It's better to prepare for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? Then not to think that the rainy day won't come. I'm pretty sure us, a lot of our people preparing for a storm right now. We're preparing for a storm. Hopefully it'll never pass. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it'll never be on the top of any of our heads. But if it's so be it, if it's so be in the will, if it's so be in the destiny of the men, of the men and the women who live on this planet, in this region, we have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? We have to be prepared. So just like our sister, thank you, sister, for coming on the show today. Thank you. Just like our sister said, I don't have no time to be worrying about no Nikes and no Jordans and no pretty car. I gotta think about the what if, the great unknown. That's what I gotta think about. And the saddest thing is that you can't say that it's not an unknown when the symptoms are all around you. When the visual sight of these things taking form and place and shaping is all around you. So you can't say, oh, it's just a fear that I keep locked up in my heart that, Jehoshaphat, that'll never happen. I'm sitting over here praying for the unknown. But these symptoms of these events, structure already being built up, placed in modern terms, all around you. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot say that you don't see these things. You can't sit up here and play with your brother Israel and be like, oh, I don't see that. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you You can't say that, brother. You cannot say that, sister.
Hate group that our investigation discovered is expanding its presence right here in Tennessee. Good evening to you. I'm Carrie Sharp. And that group, the so-called Patriot Front, is probably best known for plastering our communities with their hate-filled posters and graffiti. Now our investigation has uncovered new videos that reveal the group is also preparing for battle. Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams is continuing his Hate Comes to Main Street investigation. Phil, you have been working on this story for more than 3 months.
That's right, and during that time, we gathered never-before-seen video that shows what the Patriot Front is really up to. As you're about to see, that includes training men to fight right here in the volunteer state.
Right now, we got an enemy. If they get rid of our enemies, they're going to have to find a new one.
It was an investigation that would eventually lead us across the state to this large compound being built by a hate group right here in Tennessee. A compound where members train for battles that sometimes play out on the streets of America.
These are smart, observant, thoughtful Americans who see that our country is going in the wrong direction and has been going in the wrong direction for decades.
Hell nah. They didn't sit up here and brought prison culture out in the street. That's what they have done. That's what they have done. When you be like, what do you mean, Jehoshaphat? Look how racist and how divided America is now. Just look at it. I gave up on white people. Jehoshaphat, why you gave up on white people? Because anytime you try to spare a white person, they so racist, they end up getting in trouble anyway. What do you mean, Jehoshaphat? Can you give us? I give up on trying to save white people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them are racist towards my people all day long in the street, in the work, when I do come around them at the work site, I'll tell a white person something, but they don't feel as if they have to respect a black man. Even if their life is, even if it's their life, if it cost them their life, they still gonna be racist towards me because I'm a black man that live in America. So I done watch white men and white women. I tell them, hey, don't go down there real quick, cause something gonna happen. They don't listen to me, and then they go down there and something happens to them. Tell a white person, don't cross the street. Car run them right over. You know what I'm saying? What was the point of me trying to spare this person's life and trying to help them and try to treat them like any other person? Remember, we have God. We black people, you know what I'm saying? We have God. Our God is not going to allow us to be foul. You know what I'm saying? Our God is not going to allow us to be uncomely to himself. So I'm out here in the world and I'm throwing up my hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing up like, hey, white person, stop. You're going to hurt yourself. Oh, nigger, get out of my way. Ah, nigger, this and this. And then something bad happened to him. Every time I give up, you know what I'm saying? I give up on white people like that because they're not going to take us serious. They, even if their life is in jeopardy and they can be maimed and harmed, they still going to rely on their racism. I seen it like 3 times last week, seen it 4 times last month. I give up. You know what I'm saying? I give up. I can't do it, family. I cannot do it.
Patriot Front, one of the largest organized hate groups in the country, known for their flash mob protests that suddenly
For a large hate group that our investigation discovered is expanding its presence right here in Tennessee.
American and white and human become synonyms.
I'm sorry.
Why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means, why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat? Why don't you drink what I drink? Why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why don't you come the hell over here? That's what I hear every goddamn day. And you know that I can't come over there. You know that this kid, and that this hair, and that this way that I talk, and that I think that I feel will never, ever get included because I'm unpalatable to this goddamn nation. I'm unpalatable. You cannot follow me. You cannot taste me. You cannot tell me because you don't want to. You think that you can survive without me, but you can't, man. You think that, hey, it'll all be fine when we just treat each other like human beings. And what that says to me is, don't be yourself. Be like me. Keep me comfortable. Connect where I'm ready to connect. Come out to my place. Or maybe I'll come down and get some artifacts from your place.
I'm sorry, brother. You know what I'm saying? I gotta cut you off because the speech was passing. I don't know if if nobody felt you, you know what I'm saying? I felt what you were saying, you know what I'm saying? I felt it, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? Why we just can't be ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Why is it that black people have to assimilate a culture that was never ours? Why is it? You know what I'm saying? The same culture that they want us to assimilate, you told us that we wasn't even good for it in the beginning. Example. You didn't even want us to read books, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even want us to educate our own selves on your education. So how the hell is we going to assimilate into your group when we was looked at as slaves, looked at as property? How? I'm asking y'all, how? You know what I'm saying? Black people are the only people that has not assimilated into American culture. We made the culture. You know what I'm saying? So how can we assimilate when we make the culture what it is? Okay, my brother, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Place. That is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. Tell him again. Brother, tell him again.
American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means, why can't we all just pretend to be white?
We try so hard, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying so damn hard, you know what I'm saying? Giving out our love, giving out our respect, giving out our honor, and it's not working. You know what I'm saying? It has never worked, you know what I'm saying? We just had our brothers and sisters in the street on peaceful protest, and what happened to them? They were getting shot. They were getting hanged on trees. They was getting the police sit down and get beat down to the damn white meat. We tried. We have to do something else. All that of what we tried of seeing them as human beings and love and honor and all of that. You know what? We just need to go back into our own exclusion. That's what it is. We need to leave everybody alone. Remember when the Japanese, they closed off their borders and America's had to go. It was one point to where Japan closed off its borders from everybody. America brought all their battleships over to Japan and was like, y'all got to assimilate with the rest of the world. That's what I feel like we going through right now. We just want to be left the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? So we can build. You know what I'm saying? If we had more control of our people would act better. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into a group of people and kill all their leaders, kill all their people, sit up there and take anybody that's a leader in a group and lock them up or kill them and then expect them people to know where the hell they going. You can't do that. So when I sit here today and I say that I want my people to be just like Japan. Japan closed off its borders for 100 years and they did not deal with nobody, not even the Chinese. They didn't deal with the Russians. They didn't deal with the Africans. They didn't deal with America. America had to go over to Japan with a great force of power for them to open up their damn doors. That's what I feel like we're under right now here in this country. Can anyone in the world prove me wrong that look like me?
White people. I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat? Why don't you drink what I drink? Why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why don't you come the hell over here? That's what I hear every goddamn day. And you know that I can't come over there. You know that this kid, and that this hair, and that this way that I talk, and that I think and I feel will never, ever.
It's a promise that's been placed on our people. Above all people, one day we are going to wake up. We're going to know who we are. We're going to know where we came from. We're going to know what our future looks like. Is that time now? I'll let you be the judge of that.
Get included because I'm intolerable to this goddamn nation. I'm intolerable. You cannot follow me. You cannot taste me. You cannot feel me because you don't want to. You think that you can survive without me, but you can't, man. You think that, hey, it'll all be fine when we just treat each other like human beings. And what that says to me is, don't be yourself. Be like me. Keep me comfortable. Connect where I'm ready to connect. Come out to my place. Or maybe I'll come down and get some artifacts from your place. That is bullshit.
Black fatigue is a term that non-black people are using to express the fact that they are sick and tired of being held accountable for saying and doing whatever the hell they want to black people. They're sick and tired of black people bucking up at the system, bucking up at people, telling people, hey, you shouldn't be saying that to us. Hey, you cannot do this to us. Hey, we will not let you disrespect us. Hey, we will not let you say whatever you want and do what you want to us. People are sick and tired of being told no. That is what black fatigue is. You guys are being told no and you don't like it, especially white people. Y'all not used to black people telling you no. You don't like that. So whenever you see these white folks talk about some black fatigue, they can paint it however they want to. They can sit here and say, oh, we're just sick and tired of you guys complaining all the time. No, you guys are sick and tired of being held accountable. That's what it is. Own that.
And to the black folks that agree with those white folks, when that happens to your children, I don't want to hear nothing. And I mean nothing.
Of Lincoln Heights, Ohio. After neo-Nazis held a rally here last month, carrying rifles, waving swastikas, and hurling racial slurs, just moments before children were let out of school. At the time, law enforcement officials said the neo-Nazis did not break any laws, but an investigation by county prosecutors is ongoing. Weeks later, the KKK came with these flyers.
First African-American community above the Mason Dixon line of sight.
Safety and Watch Group spokesperson Durance Daniels says the police did not do enough, which was more chilling because the town was founded in the 1920s as a safe haven for black residents.
Lincoln Heights is our home. If somebody broke into your home, you call the police, and the police says, you know, if they do it again, we haven't broken any laws, so we're just going to allow them to break into your home again. What would you do?
Are you worried at all that having a potentially armed response could just create more friction, create more danger?
I'll answer that by saying,
I have heard some dumbass things this week, Tom, but what the words that uttered out that woman's mouth is diabolical. It leaves me speechless, family. That's like saying the big bad wolf came and he was blowing and he was trying to blow the house and the three pigs was in the house and they had a gun. What if the three little pigs had a gun? You know what I'm saying? What if they had a gun? Would they be worried about the big bad wolf blowing down the damn house? My brother, I'm bad. My bad, brother. I'm sorry. Brother, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. My bad.
I've never felt safer as a black man in my community than I have right now.
You know how safe I would feel in my communities if all our people was in the same car? You understand? And we actually had structure. You know what I'm saying? We actually had some structure to all our people was on the same accord with the same rules that we must all follow. You know how safe I would feel? You know how fast I would go join that gang? You know how fast I get all my stuff? You know what I'm saying? Be like, I'm in it, brother. I'm here, brother. I got my time to serve. Do you know how comfortable your people would feel? Do you know how proud they would feel if they seen something like that? Our people on one accord with one set of rules, one code.
The mayor of Evendale, which oversees the police force that responded that day, said in a statement to NBC News, "Our emphasis on de-escalation and public safety resulted in the incident's resolution without injuries to any of the persons involved." But residents here say they can't afford to wait. Every day, the Safety and Watch group escorts children to school and patrols the streets.
Why do you all wear masks?
Those Nazis, we have reports of them finding our backgrounds, so we're not hiding ourselves from the residents, but we protect them.
See, young people, we ain't got no problems with y'all putting on shiesty masks, but you better do it for the right cause. You know what I'm saying? We got no problem. You know what I'm saying? For putting on as you see it, look at our brother right here. He got a mask on. Ain't nobody tripping on that. Why is that? Because he's preserving, he's protecting, and he's serving his own people.
Our families for what we're doing out here.
While many locals do support the security group, some, like business owner Eric Ruffin, say they wish the group wasn't needed.
We don't want to become what we hate.
This is a real life Uncle Tom. Oh no, he a Sambo, my bad. This is a real life Sambo right here. I mean a real life Sambo.
Hey, we don't want to become a group of people that walk around feeling like we have a reason in America to have to protect ourselves.
And this community?
Well, Sambo, tell America to change itself. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear what the Sambo said? I know this Negro just didn't say what he just said. Let's go back.
People that walk around feeling like we have a reason in America to have to protect ourselves.
And this community is not backing down. Morgan Radford, NBC News, Lincoln Heights, Ohio.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News.
Okay, on this video, I couldn't play the music because I don't want no copyrights. I don't want no more beef with these people. I'm tired of being in trouble with all these people on all these platforms. I'm showing the news, showing current events. So if you can just place on what you think that you see in this background or for what's being started, you know what I'm saying, or what's being started. You got one group of people coming over to another group of people that's at peace. I don't care what you're protesting, what you stand for. Here in America, you have that right. Even if I don't agree with you. Even if you don't, I'm not for abortion, but I'll be damned if I let you not be able to say what you have to say. I would be damned. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a homosexual, you know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want to do, if that's the sin that you want to give into, I don't hate you. I'm just recognizing your sin. You know what I'm saying? Your sin. I'm going to say something about it. I don't hate you as a group. I'll be damned if you couldn't give into your sin. You know what I'm saying? That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? With your free will that you are making. I'm not opposed to anything unless it is a denigration against black folk. If it's an anti-black racism towards my people, then I'm going to have a problem with that. But here in America, whatever you protest, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Should nobody hit you with a stick, hit you with a bat? You You shouldn't have to go to war for something that you believe in if you're not hurting anybody. Should not have to. Or putting down somebody.
White nation! White nation! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation! White nation! White nation! Close borders! Close borders! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation!
Trump gonna get these people messed up, but once more again, you can't put all this blame on Trump. That seed that was put in the ground, those values of those customs of those morals that person grew upon their own selves. You can't just put that on Trump like that. You cannot. This hatred has been festering in this country because the legacy of slavery was never truly addressed by the government, meaning a tribute, meaning reparations being paid to change and to heal America. It was never done. So what do we have now?
White nation! White nation! Close borders! Close borders! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation!
Okay, my God said that I have to end this video, so I'll end the video right here. Glory, glory to the great God of the heavens and the earth, and peace to all my brothers and sisters out there in the world.
Let's go! Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Whoa!